Hey, welcome to Barn Stormin Garage. It's our new channel. My son Mickey and I are putting together. We want to introduce you to Nicholson, our 1979 GMC 3+3 camper special dually. Well, Mickey and I did a thing today. This is a 1979 GMC Sierra Classic C3500. Look at that beauty. Yep. Sold my 2018 Ford F350 with a 6.7 diesel. Back up. Now we call it barn storming because our barn always looks like a storm. All right, there she is. This was originally a Florida truck, and it moved up to Massachusetts about 15 years ago. And I bought it from a bloke in upstate New York. So let's take a peek. Probably 15 years ago, I'd guess, someone did a little bit of a update on it. The only thing I've done to this was last night. I've owned it for about 2.5 months. Is I took the carpet and plywood off the tailgate. And the reason is I was suspecting moisture, and there's definitely rust in some spots. And so I wanted to prevent that. You can see they put carpet and plywood in the whole thing, so that's definitely coming out. But straight body, all original. Got some rust spots there. And I've got some Vice Grip Garage gloss wipe on clear coat that's going to be going over that. So I'll learn how to feather that out a little bit and make sure we hold that patina in there pretty good. But the owner that did the restoration, which was 2 owners ago, which if I understand all the history, I'm the 5th owner. He had a white silverish stripe down this. So originally this truck was midnight black with the burgundy red interior. But the owner I took it from did not like that white stripe. And so he peeled it off. And you can see, I even went down, the paint was pretty thin anyway. But it just took it right off down to the primer. So this is a project this winter. I'm actually going to paint the white stripes on it. I've painted a car before, but I had a friend who was really, really good at it that helped me. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take a peek inside here. So when the update happened, oh, the light's horrible. They took out the bench seats and put in these 4 captain's chairs from it looks like a conversion van based on the skirts that I see here. The plan is these are going to come out. I put bench seats back in. Headliner's a little bit sad and saggy in there. So redoing the headliner this winter. Now, I tell you, this was my big surprise. Look at this thing. I mean, that doesn't look like auto wiring. They wanted to make it so that you could put a 12 volt in here. I don't even understand. So that's going to come out because I don't understand it. They built the frame instead of doing a nice fancy metal one. These seats are really safe because they're on a 2x4. So don't crash if you're sitting in the back of my truck. The speakers were kind of janky the way it's only one wood screw holding it in. right? You can see a little bit of the original red in there. They did a decent job actually painting over these. It's good. It's got the big tow mirrors. As I said, it is camper special 3+3. It is geared 456, so its tow capacity should be right around 15,000 pounds. It is a 454 with a turbo 400, all original. Now, here's our jack, which is why we call this one Nicholson, because it's got the temperament of Jack Nicholson. That seems to fit pretty well. So here you go. Let's look under the power barn and see what's in there. All right, there she is. 454 original AC. Based on everything I've looked at, it is 156,000 miles original. It does not look like it's rolled twice. I've been able to track down some of the DMV claims of along the way. The guy I bought it from was trying to say it was original 56,000 miles, but I found a DMV in, I believe it was in Massachusetts, that was at 102,000 miles. But yeah, so somebody put the Edelbrock Performer 2 on here, which it's got a leak on this side. Over here, it's a pretty decent vacuum leak. It makes some horrendous noises, especially if you're going uphill. You start getting backfires and everything else too. It had a Holly. Someone took the quadrijet off of it and they put a Holly on, and they JB welded the float adjustments, and it was running Richard and Donald Trump. It was a trouble. So this is actually an Edelbrock 4160, which is a 600 CFM, and it runs 10 times better. This winter, switching to a Sniper 2 EFI system. It does have dual tanks, so I've got all the relays and everything to make it so we can actually switch between dual tanks even with fuel injection. I'm pretty confident these didn't come with dual batteries, but it's set up with dual batteries. I mean, it had all kinds of crazy running lights on it and everything else. With the prior owner took off the running boards that had lights all down it. It does have the original Frigidaire AC. I'm going to be switching that to a Vintage Air, an entire system. I've never done AC, but we're going to do it, and so we'll see how that goes. It's got the Hydro Boost with, you can see it's got some jerry rigging. It does have a bit of a leak between the master cylinder and the Hydro Boost, and as far as I can tell, it's the master cylinder that leaks. So we'll get into that as well. You can't see any of that, but that's her. The original jack is gone. I am going to keep it that way. I'm going to go back and get an original jack and stick it back in there. I just think that's pretty cool. Obviously, it was a cowl induction hood that somebody put on it at some point in time, which I think looks pretty nice. Oh, I take that back. I said earlier that I only had taken the carpet off. I did put a buffer on this to give it a little bit of a shine and see if I could bring that paint back. If you can see in that camera, this hood is a different paint than this. It's close, but it's not the same. But again, I'm going to leave it like it is. Alana, my wife, really wants this to be red at some point in time, but I am not ready to take that project on. This is what the hood looked like. Let's see. Just got some good oxidation, so this is another thing that'll get polished up. It did have, again, the prior owner took it off. It did have a visor on it. So silicone that up pretty good. Yeah, that's Nicholson. That truck is going to be towing that trailer all summer long. So that's the plan. Well, there you go. There's your introduction to Nicholson. See a little bit of what the plans are for our channel. Mickey and I are going to be doing lots of things, working on this truck. We've got a 66 Chevy C20 or K20 that we use for a snowplow truck. That Mickey's is just 11. That'll be his truck when he's 16. So we're going to be working on that together. We do have a really cool 4-bolt main, high nickel 350 that's built with a pretty decent cam in it for towing, stuff like that. And that'll go into that. We've got a NV 4500 5-speed that's going to be going into that as well. It's going to be a good little truck for him for his beginning. So that's it. We've got some other cool things that we're doing on the channel, and we'll do that. So like and subscribe. Do the notification thing. I don't know. We're new to YouTube, so do all the things that help us out. Talk to y'all later.